Erika Donalds is the chair of the America First Policy Institute's Center for Education Opportunity and the wife of Florida Congressman Brian Donalds. Good morning to you, Erika. So what do you make of this latest move by the administration with the enhanced vetting?
Well, Americans are applauding that the Trump administration is making good on its promise to put America first. The reason these institutions receive federal funding, the reason we allow them to bring students from other countries here is to advance American interests. If students are coming here with the idea that they will cause chaos, that they will promote anti-Americanism, then they do not belong in these institutes of higher education, and we should replace them with very smart and intelligent people from our own country. While we want innovators to come here and help advance America and the innovation that comes from here, we don't want to do it at the expense of our national security.
Yeah, the great point. I've heard that argument many, many times over and over again. Also, the idea of folks coming in from different countries, really taking advantage of great American resources and then heading right back, right? Not contributing or staying in the United States. I know it varies case by case, but still interesting to point out. Harvard's president, however, seems to be doing what students like seeing, receiving a standing ovation at last week's commencement, where he appeared to take a jab at the Trump administration. Let's watch this together.
Members of the class of 2025 from down the street, across the country, and around the world. Around the world, just as it should be.
So the message is pretty clear there, and you see everyone standing up and cheering. Is the Trump administration going to continue to face this pushback here from Harvard?
I believe they are, unfortunately, but at least we have a very well-known institution to make an example of, where the rest of the country knows that the Trump administration means exactly what they say. Now, it's hilarious that the president of Harvard has led the charge, and of course he wasn't the president, hasn't been for long, but they, as a faculty, have indoctrinated these students into radicalism, and then they stand up as the students applaud their radicalism. Of course they are like that. However, the rest of the American people do not applaud when chaos ensues, when Jewish people are targeted, and Jewish students specifically, on these campuses, and the culprits are not held accountable. Harvard has refused to accept some of the administration's reasonable requests in keeping students safe, and they will continue to get held accountable by the Trump administration, and they should be held accountable.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Harvard knows it's got a lot of allies in the federal court system. In fact, they've blocked the administration in their attempt to stop Harvard from enrolling foreign students. But the courts can't step in and tell the State Department how to vet those people. So you can enroll them, but we do not have to admit them. I mean, how do you see this playing out now between the Trump administration and Harvard?
Well, Harvard should embrace the State Department's efforts to keep radicals out of our country. In many cases where this chaos was caused on these campuses, vandalism, encampments, and danger to Jewish students, if you look on the social media pages of some of the culprits, we could have easily seen that this is what they were coming for, and these are the types of messages and chaos that they were looking to spread on campus. Harvard and other higher education institutions need to focus on academic achievement, on innovation, and making sure that America continues to lead the world in this new age of AI and VR and other advancements. If we do not do that and we focus on radical ideologies and DEI, we will lose our place in global competitiveness. And so I encourage Harvard and all universities to comply with Title IX, comply with the DEI requirements, continue to take federal funds, and advance American interests with them.
Yeah, well said. Erika Donalds, thanks so much for spending some time with us on this Monday morning. Appreciate it as always.